There is a specific kind of silence that is louder than any scream. It is the silence of a message left unread, the silence of a phone that does not ring, the silence of a room where you were once welcome, but now the door is locked. You stand there, holding the weight of your own affection, your own effort, your own loyalty, and you feel it turning into lead in your hands. You feel the sting of being overlooked, undervalued, and discarded. You want to scream. You want to beg. You want to fix it. But the Stoics knew a secret that we have forgotten. They knew that this silence is not a void to be filled with your desperation. It is a canvas. And what you paint on it next will determine whether you are a slave to the opinions of others or the master of your own fate. Let us be honest about what you are feeling. Rejection is a biological alarm. For our ancestors, being cast out of the tribe meant death in the wilderness. That is why your chest tightens. That is why your mind races, replaying every conversation, searching for the mistake you made. You are trying to solve a puzzle that has no solution because the problem is not you. The Stoics taught that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The reality is simple. Someone has chosen not to value you. The imagination is what turns that choice into a tragedy. Today, we are going to dismantle that tragedy. We are going to take the 13 threads of modern rejection, the ignoring, the silence, the dismissal, and weave them into a cloak of invulnerability. We are not going to trick them into liking you. We are going to build a version of you that no longer requires their permission to exist. This is the art of turning the tables. This is the Stoic Guide to Becoming Unshakable. Part 1. The Fortress of Silence. The Discipline of Absence. The first instinct when you are ignored is to make noise. You want to wave your hands, send another text, post a status, demand an explanation. You want to remind them that you exist. But by doing this, you are handing them the keys to your dignity. You are telling them, "My peace depends on your attention." Marcus Aurelius would tell you to stop. He would say, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." If they offer you indifference, do not offer them desperation. Offer them a mirror. When you ignore those who ignore you, you are not being petty. You are re-establishing the natural order of value. Imagine a person who decides you are not worth their time. If you chase them, you agree with them. You are saying, "Yes, you are the prize, and I am the pursuer." But flip the script. Withdraw your energy. This is the no-contact rule, not as a manipulation tactic, but as a spiritual quarantine. You are removing yourself from a source of contamination. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. When you cut off contact, you are not playing a game. You are gathering your scattered pieces. You are taking the energy you were throwing into a black hole and pouring it back into your own cup. Think of it as a reset button. In a world where everyone is screaming for attention, your silence is deafening. It signals that you are self-sufficient. It signals that your life is full, with or without them. It makes them question their own assessment of your value. But more importantly, it gives you the space to remember who you were before you started begging for scraps. Part 2. The Mask of Composure. Emotional Mastery. Now, let's talk about the storm inside. You are hurt. You are angry. You want to lash out or break down. But you must never reveal the struggle to those who caused it. This is not about repression. It is about protection. If you bleed in the water, you only attract more sharks. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control the event, but we have absolute control over our judgment of the event. When you are rejected, that is an external event. When you feel worthless, that is an internal judgment. You must separate the two. Do not react emotionally in the moment. When you react with anger or sadness, you are validating their power over you. You are showing them that they are the main character in your story. Instead, wear the mask of composure. Act as if you are unbothered until you actually become unbothered. Continue with your life with the same vigor and determination as before. This is the ultimate display of strength. It signals that your foundation is built on rock, not on the shifting sands of their opinion. There is a profound power in treating them with professional distance. Be kind, but be emotionally distant. If you must interact, be polite. Offer a smile, a nod, a brief greeting, but keep the drawbridge up. Do not let them into the castle. This kindness without intimacy is confusing to people who are used to getting a reaction. It shows that you are not bitter, because bitterness still implies you care. It shows that you are indifferent. And indifference is the opposite of love, not hate. By treating them like a stranger, you reduce them to a background character in your life. You act as if they don't exist, not out of malice, but because your focus has shifted to things that actually matter. Part 3. The Crucible of Growth, Value and Status. What do you do with all this energy now that you aren't chasing them? You build. You build a life so undeniable that their rejection becomes a joke. The best way to prove them wrong is to prove yourself right. Rejection is often a signal that you have outgrown your current container. It is time to expand. Pour yourself into your skills. If they doubted your intelligence, read until your eyes blur. If they doubted your strength, train until your muscles burn. If they doubted your worth, build an empire of competence. This is not about performing for an audience of one. It is about building your social status in the philosophical sense, your standing in the community of humanity. Engage with people who align with your values. Volunteer. Network. Share your journey. When you elevate yourself, you naturally find a new tribe. You will look back and realize that you were trying to squeeze into a room that was too small for you. Don't beg for attention. Demand respect through your actions. Scarcity creates value. If you are always available, you are cheap. If you are rare, you are valuable. By focusing on your own growth, you become rare. You become a person of substance. And suddenly, the dynamic shifts. You are no longer the one waiting by the phone. You are the one who is too busy building a legacy to check it. Part 4. The Joy of the Unknown, Amor Fati. There is a final, secret weapon in the Stoic arsenal: joy. When we are rejected, we tend to isolate. We tend to sit in the dark and replay the tape. The Stoic response is to go out and have fun. This is a strategic rebellion against despair. Humans are social creatures. We heal in the presence of others. Go out. Hike a mountain. Try a new cuisine. Visit a place you've never been. Step into the unknown. Rejection feels like a closed door, but it is actually an open window. It frees you from the obligation of a relationship that wasn't working. It frees you from the exhausting effort of trying to please someone who cannot be pleased. Embrace the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. Love this rejection. Why? Because it saved you time. It showed you the truth. It removed a person from your life who did not belong there. Imagine if they had faked it for another 5 years. That would be a tragedy. This ending is a mercy. Be grateful. It sounds impossible, but try it. You cannot be angry and grateful at the same time. Be grateful for the lesson. Be grateful for the resilience you are building. Be grateful that the universe removed an obstacle from your path, even if it felt like a friend. This gratitude dissolves the anger. It turns the poison into medicine. Conclusion. The final turn. So, here you stand. The door is closed. The silence is heavy. But you are not the same person you were at the start of this video. You realize now that you don't need them to open the door. You have your own key. You have the key of self-control. You have the key of self-worth. You have the key of inner peace. Rejection is not a verdict on your value. It is a redirection to your destiny. You are not a victim of their choice. You are the architect of your response. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Let them walk away. Let them be wrong about you. Let them lose you. Because the moment you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. You are a fortress. The storm may rage outside, but inside the fire is warm and the mind is steady. If you are ready to stop begging and start building, if you are ready to turn this pain into power, then this is your moment. Do not just watch this and nod. Go out and live it. Keep your head high. Keep your heart guarded. And remember, the sun does not beg the world to look at it. It just shines. If this message resonated with you, if you found strength in these words, signify it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. Let us build a community of the unshakable. Focus on what you can control. Let go of what you can't, and never, ever let them see you break. See you next time.